conference play begins tonight in the SWAC. Southwest Ohio Conference tipping off interleague play as the Ross Rams visit the two-time defending SWAC champions, the Fighting Owls of Mount Healthy. A happy holiday season to you and a good evening. I'm Josh Semstrock, going to be in the booth solo tonight, but we got a great team bringing you all the action, or SWACtion rather, here on ICRC-TV tonight. We're glad to have you with us. Lineups being announced now. The Ross Rams you see on your screen now in their maroon uniforms tonight. They're coached by David Lane. And their starting lineup is as follows. The senior number 5, CJ Bose. The senior number 14, Joe Shuttlecotty. The senior number 21, Sam Nunn. The senior number 23, Jimmy Booker. And the senior recently verbally committed, number 34, Max Stepanek. Then for your Mount Healthy Owls, our home team this evening, it'll be Nadavian Gaither, number 3, Jahir Frierson, number 4, number 5, Namari McCauley, number 10, Jaron Kelly, and number 11, Ayashu Adams. Should be in for a good one here tonight. Ross Rams coming in after a win, a big win that is, against Wilmington, 62-31 the other night. Mount Healthy Owls also coming in with good form, a win against Withrow, 55-50. Owls aren't coming in just under the Rams at a 1-1 record. Rams perfect 2-0 to start off the season with a 26-point differential as well. You heard me say a little bit ago their star Max Stepanek, recent verbal commit to Ohio Dominican. He'll be the one running the offense for the Rams tonight. As far as the Owls go, be looking for their big three-headed monster. The two guys, Namari McCauley and Ayashu Adams, run the offense, and then it's Nadavian Gaither from the perimeter shooting the threes for the Owls. So it'll be a contest of which offense can work more creatively tonight. Of course, if the Owls are going to need to rise to the experience of the Rams returning 6 seniors and 4 juniors. As for the Owls, only one of 7. They lost 2019 SWAC Athlete of the Year, Colin Tolbert. He was one of 7 seniors that graduated last year from that 2-time championship team. So we're all set for tip-off. Owls in their white, Rams in their maroon. And it'll go to the Rams first. They'll be working left to right on your screen. The Owls will be working right to left. They have it down under to Stepanek, and he puts it in. Stepanek opens the scoring books tonight. Rams lead early, 2-0. Owls work it around the perimeter, into the corner with Kelly, now back up top to Adams. Adams barking out some instructions. It'll get right back to him, and then it's stolen away. Rams the other way, and can't lay the bucket in is Bose. Shuttlecotty almost got it back. Rams continue their possession. It's Nunn now. Nunn drives, and he has it stolen away. Here come the Owls the other way. Dribble drive, and a foul. Sue Adams will be going to the line for the Owls. You see on your replay here, just decides to dribble, drive, get the foul called. I'm sorry, they're going to call that a charge there. So they'll head with the Rams now. Nunn bringing it up the court, gets across the timeline. Over to Booker. Nunn thought about it. Was back up top, almost stolen away by Frierson. Frierson guarding tight, and he'll be called for, no, they're going to call it traveling. So Shuttlecotty called for the violation now, and as the score remains 2-0, possession will go back to the Owls. Call in to Adams, and Adams brings it across the timeline. They work it around the perimeter, and now it's McCauley. He sets in to Kelly, back out to McCauley. McCauley, the long three, off the board, and the Rams come down with the rebound. Shuttlecotty to a wide open Booker, then back out into the corner for 3. No good, and the rebound Owls. Owls now elect to slow it down. Adams into the corner to Gaither. Gaither back up top to McCauley. Frierson down to the corner. Another 3 ball for the Owls, this time way long. Off the hands into Davion Gaither. Rams working quickly now. Sloppy pass sent in, and again another turnover awarded to the Owls. They're going to try and work it quickly in transition. Reverse layup is a no-go. Rams going to slow it back down now. Give it to Nunn. Nunn's going to look for a 3 here. He hits it for the Rams' first 3 of the night. 5-0 lead now. Back up top with the Owls now. Frierson. Now a 3 for the Owls is missed by Adams. Quickly goes Nunn. Nunn puts the ball up top. Good ball movement by the Rams, and now it's back to Booker, who shoots the 3. Booker rims it out from the 3. Rams a nice offensive board, though. Stolen right away, and a possible no call there on the baseline. Mount Healthy will restart now. Adams has it up top. Gives it to McCauley. Frierson. Kelly. Gaither, some good ball movement around the perimeter for the Owls. Now the drive in, back into the corner. And it's back up top with Adams. Adams looks for a difficult 3, passes in. Back into the corner now, 3-point for the Owls. Hits it! And Davion Gaither opens the scoring books for the Owls. 5-3, they trail. Wide open 3 now for the Rams other way, and it's raining here at Mount Healthy High School. This time it's Booker for the Rams. Under 4 minutes to play in your first quarter. Owls trailing 3-8. Tried to work it in quickly. We'll see a couple replays for you 3s here. First one from the Owls, Gaither, and then coming back the other way, Rams, Jimmy Booker. So a multitude of 3-point shots raining in here early for an 8-3 score. None across the timeline. We'll shout out some instructions. Close guarding there by Jahir Fryer. Back up top, 3-point off the back of the rim, and they're going to call possession the other way as that just got a piece of the pole behind the backboard. There's a big 3 shot from Booker again up top. Owls working it around their perimeter, looking for another 3 here. They'll take it off the board though for Adams. Quickly go the Rams. Dribble drive back out. Stepanek. Big 3 again, and it's drained by Booker. Booker's getting it early here tonight. That's 2 3s for him. Here in the first quarter, 3 minutes left to play. Owls trail the Rams 3-11. Owls could use a bucket to break the streak here, and they'll lose it out of the baseline as Kelly was looking for Jones. Here's a replay of that last 3. It's Stepanek back to Booker. Booker's feeling the hot hand tonight from the perimeter. 6 points off of 2 3-point shots. They look to get it into Stepanek. Stepanek sends it back out for another 3 from Nunn. It's off the front of the rim. Brought down by Frierson and Adams. Ayashu Adams. Send it up top to Gaither. Gaither around to Kelly. Kelly takes the long 2 and hits it. And some much needed basket to end the scoring drought for the Owls. 11-5 now your score. Stepanek under the basket. He gets rejected, but a foul's called on Jaron Kelly. see on your replay there.
Number 10, Kelly is second, Keaton's third. At the line, shooting for the Rams will be number 34. Next, Stepanek.
Stepanek, 75% from the line. Hits his first one, no problem. A couple substitutions coming in here. Kellen Reed into the game for the Rams. And William Cannon in for the Owls. Stepanek hit his first one, the second one in as well. Stepanek finally gets going tonight. He's now got 4 points after the 2 free throws made. Rams lead 13-5. Owls going a little quicker until it was lost out of the baseline from Jahir Frierson. Couldn't handle the pass. Was off a Rams player though, so it'll stay here with Mount Healthy. Ayashu Adams taking the inbound. His directly deflected from Stepanek. Stepanek, probably the tallest guy out there on either team, easily blocks that inbound pass. Kellen Reed now, fresh into the game. They work it around to get it to Stepanek, who hits a long two. And a timeout called from Mount Healthy as it's 15-5. Ross Rams lead big here. You see your great ball movement, working it around and getting it to the shooter in Stepanek. Stepanek's usually the guy with the assists. He leads the SWAC right now in assists, 4.5 a game. Leads the team as well. As we talked about earlier, he's verbally committed recently to play at the next level at Ohio Dominican University. For the Rams, they're doing what Coach Lane wanted them to do. Talked earlier, and he said they needed to do a good job of taking care of the ball and working with the quick pace that the Owls are sure to bring into this game. A quick game it has been. Score 15-5 off of a lot of three-pointers we've seen here. 2 for Jimmy Booker, 1 from Sam Nunn for Ross. On the other end for the Owls, Davian Gaither also hitting a 3. The Owls will need a few more threes if they're to get back into this game. They trail by 10 early, about 1:45 left to play in your first quarter. Mount Healthy won both of these matches last year in SWAC play. Come into this game 1-1, and they scored 55 points in each of their first 2 games. Ross Rams have yet to allow more than 51 points in a game. Owls a 3 off the back of the rim, and it's rebounded by the Rams. Davian Gaither, the one that took the 3. Foul was called before the Rams could get away. See some more substitution. Nook McCauley back into the game. Marquez Jones coming out after a quick minute. Kellen Reed, the inbound pass to Sam Nunn for Ross. Nunn brings it across. Screen by Stepanek. All right, under the basket was an open man. Lost the pass. They were looking to get that to Kellen Reed. Got open off that screen. I think confused the Owls defense there. Owls trying to work quickly here. Adams over to McCauley. It's Gaither now. He goes back to Adams. Adams tried to send it inside. Pass was stolen away by Kellen Reed. Ross trying to work quickly in transition now. Slow it back up top. It's with Nunn. Nunn circling his men around, trying to set that same screen with Stepanek. Nunn still with the ball. Another screen. Easy open 3 in the corner, right off the front of the rim for Reed. Trying to go quickly is Gaither now. Aries Lamb, the big man, into the game for the Owls. He sits down low as the ball's up top with Frierson. Over to Gaither again. Gaither the 3, right off the back of the rim. Foul called here Frierson called for the foul. His first foul of the night. Inbound coming for the Rams. The Rams offense, as you've seen here, quite the prolific offense here in the SWAC. They're 72.5 points per game, are the most in the conference. Almost got the bucket too on that foul. Did Sam Nunn. He'll go to the line. You see your replay here. Goes in and just a whack there from McCauley.
At the line, shooting two for the Rams, number 21, Sam Nunn.
Nunn misses his first one. Owls get a little defending from the home rim there. Like 0.1 left on the clock, so this will probably be our last shot here of the quarter. Nunn gets some help from the rim that time, gets it to fall, hits 1 of 2 free throws. And that will be your quarter. A lot of three-pointers here at Mountain Healthy High School in your opening quarter, where the Ross Rams lead the Owls 16-5.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Welcome back to Mount Healthy High School. Glad to have you with us on ICRC-TV. There's some SWAC action tonight. Mount Healthy Owls trail 5-16 to the Ross Rams. McCauley about to bring it in for the Owls. See if they can't have a quicker second period here. And a lot of scoring for that SWAC leading offense from the Rams. And quickly do the Owls go. A lot of quick ball movement to start. It's up top with Adams. Adams trying to drive in, almost lost the ball. Gaither, and then another long two. Won't get the bounce, but a nice offensive rebound by Aries Lamb, and Stepanek got way up there to reject him. Another three for the Owls off the front of the rim. And Booker brings it down for the Rams. Booker to Nunn. Nunn thought about the three. He drives, kicks it into the corner. And we're going to have a travel called on the Rams. You see the block there from Stepanek on the big man, Aries Lamb. You got to get way out there to block that one. Owls trail 5-16 still. McCauley has it at the top, gives it to Frierson. Frierson to Adams. Owls showing some frustration, just looking for a basket here. It's Lamb. Little confusion there, Lamb and Adams. Adams tries to swing it in. It's rebounded by Lamb. He can't get the putback. Another offensive board. Can't roll again. Couple offensive boards, and the Owls can't get one to fall. Lamb makes the decision to bring it back up top. McCauley airballs a long three. Nunn, long three there by Shuttlecotty. Misses off the side of the rim. Scoring slowed down now as we stay 16-5. Adams to Frierson. Frierson takes it back out. Gives it to McCauley. McCauley looks to drive, spins, reverse layup, can't fall. Rams get the rebound, go quickly now. Booker lays it up and in. And a timeout called here for the Owls.
Now, correction, basket is good. The Rams number 23, Jimmy Booker. And returning control for the Owls number 15.
So Shuttlecotty gets on the board tonight. And we talked to Ross Rams coach David Lane earlier, and he had to say of the Owls that they are a very fast, strong, and athletic basketball team, and when the Rams are on defense, they'll need to play at that fast tempo. So far, Coach Lane has to be pleased with his team's defense shutting down the Mount Healthy Owls offense. As for the Owls, it doesn't help when you're playing the leading offense and maybe the most experienced team in the conference. A lot of seniors out there that have been playing together for a long time for these Ross Rams. 36.4% from the arc are the Rams, and that's the best in the SWAC. Nice little pass down under, foul called, and the one for Sue Adams. See on your replay here.
Fouls called on the Rams, number 5, C.J. Bose, his first, team second.
Puts it in off that beautiful pass from up top. Adams hits the and one. Brings the Owls back within 10. Nunn gives it into the corner to Stepanek. Stepanek to Bose. Bose to Nunn. Into Scuttlecotty. Back to Nunn. Hits the three. Nunn with his second three-pointer tonight. Passes the 20 mark for the Rams. Owls will try to answer. Adams has it up top, gives it to Gaither. Gaither gonna try and drive, and foul's called. They are gonna get Shuttlecotty for the block there. That's gonna set Gaither back to the line. Gaither just a 50% free throw shooter. He'll hit his first. Some substitutions for the Ross Rams. Booker coming back in. Shuttlecotty will hit the bench. Second free throw off the side of the rim, rebounded by Bose. Bose gonna bring it up the court for the Rams. Give it to Nunn. Nunn gonna direct the offense, and then give it back to Bose. Bose up top, back to Nunn. Giving it to Stepanek, excuse me. Stepanek lost the ball, but it's gonna stay here. Double coverage down there in the corner on Stepanek is knocked away by Namari McCallie. Inbound gets to Bose. Bose sends it back up top to Nunn. Stepanek sees the guy underneath, and it's stolen away. Quickly are gonna go the Owls in transition. The reverse layup is in. And the timeout now from the Rams. And Namari McCallie's fired up after the Owls caused some chaos. You see the nice steal there, and a good job to keep it in bounds and then get the ball to McCallie. Nice work there by Gaither Frierson and Nook McCauley. Within 10 now are the Owls. They've bounced back after a rough first quarter. Gaither with 4 points now after his big three. But still missing from the action are Shahir Fryer, Jaron Kelly. Owls would like to see them step up here. And that's been kind of the motive for your Fighting Owls this year, as they lost 2019 SWAC Athlete of the Year, Colin Tolbert. 6 other seniors graduated from the 2-time defending SWAC champion team. Double coverage press there on Nunn. Great pass to Stepanek. He's fouled. Some great vision there by Nathan Polk, who's into the game for the Rams. Watch his pass here on your replay. There's Nunn. He has it to Polk and then to Stepanek. Stepanek fouled there by Cannon. Stepanek, his third free throw of the night, is good. Stepanek, perfect from the line tonight, extends his team's lead 23-11 over Mount Healthy. Cycling around the offense, go the Owls. Spin and dumped back out. Long two here. Off the back of the backboard, but then a good offensive rebound from the Davion Gaither, and he lays it off the board and in for the Owls. Nunn now for the Rams. Into the corner. Draining it from the three are the Rams, and it's Jimmy Booker with his third of the evening. Off the knees of Adams. He'll plead with our ref to stay here. I think he'll make his case that it went off a hand of a Rams player. Adams, the inbound from the baseline, again has it blocked away by Stepanek. Sent down to Bose. Bose easily lays it in. That's the second time of the night that Stepanek has just gotten his long wingspan over the head of the inbounder. He's done that twice to Yashu Adams now on the baseline. 28-13, the Rams lead. Pull-up jumper off the glass for Yashu Adams. Rams quickly moving the ball down the court tonight. Off the back of the rim and in for, I think that's Nathan Polk, yes. Nathan Polk with the bucket there for the Rams. Long three from the parking lot off the front of the rim for Nook McCauley. And then a foul's going to get called on Mount Healthy there. See the long three, and then on the rebound, a little extracurricular shove there. And that'll be an intentional foul. I believe that was McCauley. Alone at the line and hitting his first free throw is Sam Nunn. Some subs onto the court now for each team.
And number 31, Elijah Adams.
Nunn's 77% free throw shooter. And I announce or curse him there as a second attempt rims out from the intentional fouls. Rams will also now get possession back. (31-15) your score. Bose to Nunn. Stepanek, and almost stolen away there. Stepanek regains the possession, sends it into the corner. Owls man-to-man defense doing a great job. Almost traps Nunn in the corner. Nunn going to drive to the basket. Nunn works through the defense. Puts in a bucket for the Rams. Frierson into the corner. That's Elijah Adams. Elijah Adams have the ball roll off of him, and it'll be a turnover for the Owls. Rams will have the near sideline inbound. It's Bose as we're under 2 minutes left to play in the half. Stepanek stolen away. Nice job there by Marquez Jones, creating the turnover for the Owls. Brand new possession for him here. Nook McCauley bringing it up. He'll work it over to William Cannon. Cannon gives it to Frierson, and it's back with McCauley. McCauley loses the ball on an errant pass there.
In the game for the Rams, number 32, Nathan Pope.
Just a couple too many turnovers for the Owls. Just underneath their bucket, too. Coach Carmichael not too pleased about that, and I'm sure we'll have some words at halftime. Nunn being almost triple teamed. Leaves the other corner open, and it's off the back of the rim. Rebound, Mount Healthy. Marquez Jones bringing it up the court for the Owls. Gets it over to McCauley. McCauley's pass is stolen again. Kellen Reed with the defensive steal. Sends it under to Nunn, and Nunn tried to get it to Stepanek under the basket. It was poked away. Nunn will be the inbounder. He'll get it out to Stepanek quickly. Back to Nunn, and almost stolen away, and yeah, you could hear that from here. They'll call Nook McCauley for a foul, as he tried to steal that one away. Rams in the bonus, so they'll go to line for a 1-and-1 here. It'll be Sam Nunn on the line. Some great tie-dye kicks on Nunn tonight. Nunn hits the front end of his 1-and-1 for his 11th point of the evening. Extends the lead to 34-15. Nunn, perfect from the line there. Owls down by 20 now. They'll want to get some points here as we're under 45 seconds left to play. It's Gaither at the top, over to McCauley. McCauley might hold this for the last shot of the half. I'll start hovering the ball around now, just keeping it on the perimeter. Gaither to Cannon, back to Cannon. Cannon trying to drive. He's rejected by Stepanek. Owls keep possession down here though. This time it's stolen away by Nunn. Couple bodies hit the floor. Ball rolls out of bounds and it'll stay. It'll be Rams possession. Rams will have the near side inbound. Stepanek, that's his third or fourth block of the evening. He averages 2.5 blocks per game. Good for first in the conference. He's certainly showing off that wingspan tonight as Nunn drives in and gets the one. And there's none more energized on this court than Sam Nunn. He's having himself a night. Look at him here, just drive into the paint, lay it off the glass, and get the slap on the hand to go to the line once more. Nunn's free throw off the rim, and that'll take us to halftime. A lot of great shooting from the Ross Rams tonight. And the Owls will look to have a better second half, trying to make this game when we come back from halftime. 37-15 is your score from Mount Healthy High School. You're watching ICRC-TV. Keep it right here.
Band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps! Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Good morning, Uglyville!
Every ugly doll is unique.
I'm Moxie.
Bobo.
Wait.
Call me Slick Doll.
What?
And every child is too.
They can be pretty lovable.
That's why when you travel, you should make sure your child is in the right seat for their age and size.
This is why you're the wisest doll in town.
Well, keep them safe by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Isn't that right, gibberish cat?
Couldn't be better.
Find the right seat today.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
See that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Home paints a brighter future for everyone, but we can't do it alone. We need your help to continue to build a brighter future for the entire community. Give back and get involved at pwchomerepairs.org.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here. Not in denial.
No.
No.
Our kids are way too busy.
My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Back to ICRC-TV, the Ross Rams lead the Mount Healthy Owls 37-15, courtesy of this kid with the ball on your screen right here. You see some of his fancy footwork. His and one right there, Samuel Nunn. Samuel Nunn, 16.5 points per game, and he's got 14 points in the first half. 2 3-point shots, along with Jimmy Booker, also 2 3-point shots, 11 points. They're leading the Rams. Big lead for them. A lot of great shooting from the Ross Rams in the first half. And for the Owls, plenty of chances for them. Just need some buckets to fall their way. It brought it back to under a 10-point deficit. If they could string some momentum together, then they could easily get back into this game. Very flashy offense, though, from the Ross Rams. They are, as advertised, as the leading offense in the Southwest Ohio Conference. Poked away there from the Owls. Nice poke from Jahir Frierson. Gaither will give it back to Ayashu Adams to slow it down. Cycling things around the arc now are the Owls. Driving in. Lays it off the glass, off the front of the rim. Good offensive rebound and a reset here. Another drive in. Another offensive rebound. It's Adams, and Adams gets the bucket. And they called the foul off there. And you see the travel there. Yeah, I called him for the travel. Called the bucket off, excuse me. So it'll stay 37-15. Rams find an open man in the corner. Rims out. It was Jimmy Booker looking for his third three-pointer of the night. Owls a three-pointer now. Off the underside of the rim. Quickly to Bose. Bose tried to softly loft it into the bucket. They send it back out to Nunn off an offensive rebound, and a three-point from the top of the key is good. There's Jimmy Booker's third three-pointer of the game. Owls desperately needing a basket to stop the bleeding here. Long two off the front of the rim for Kelly. Good offensive rebound from Frierson, though. Keeps possession alive, and it's back up top to Adams. McCauley, and definitely going to get the charge there. Job by Sam Nunn drawing that. Planted into the ground. For the Owls, they just need to get some of these buckets to fall their way. They come into the game second in the conference in offensive rebounds and in steals. So they definitely are creating a lot of chances for themselves as we see a foul on the drive there. Gaither the foul. It's going to send Bose to the line as you see a replay of that on your screen now. And we saw in the first half, a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of extended possessions for the Owls. You just saw it on the other side of the court a moment ago. Bose misses his first free throw. These Owls just can't seem to get a couple of buckets to fall their way, though, on these extended possessions. Bose rims out his second free throw. Bose's first time at the rim this year, or at the line this year, excuse me. Dribble drive there, and on the ground is Nadavian Gaither. He'll get the bucket, though, and finally some points for the Fighting Owls. Bose sends it into Shuttlecotty. Shuttlecotty to Booker. Booker to Bose. Bose looks, nearly gets it around Gaither, or McCauley rather. Stepanek in the corner for three. He'll get his own rebound and just lost it as he tried to dribble in along the baseline. It was picked up by Jerron Kelly. Ayashu Adams now gives it to Gaither. Big three from the corner, just goes out for McCauley. Nunn into the corner to Booker. Booker's looking for another one! Stop it! Jimmy Booker, his fourth three-pointer of the night, extends the lead to 43-17. Booker now takes the lead for the Rams with 17 points on the night. We're under 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Owls with possession now, almost have it stolen away, and a three from them! Nylon! Ayashu Sue Adams gets his first bucket from the arc tonight. And we're going to have a technical foul here now on Ayashu Adams. And they see your replay of Adams' three there, and they're saying on the way back there was some words exchanged. Coach Carmichael out there now wanting to know what was said.
At the line for the technical foul for the Rams for the 21, Sam Nunn.
So Sam Nunn at the line by himself for the second time tonight. An intentional foul earlier in the game, and then the technical here called on Adams. Nunn 78% from the line, missed his first one, and the other one rims out, so the Owls get some help from the home rim there. We'll have the inbound near side. And on your replay there, the ref was right there to call whatever was said. Into the corner and almost reeled in. And they're going to call it Owls ball. That was a long pass that was fed into the corner there for the Rams. This is a little too much. Too much mustard on it. As the Owls restart here, trying to go quickly and drive into the line, and is fouled. Davion Gaither fouled as he tried to go into the lane. Coach lane for the Rams. Not too happy with that call. Gaither's at the line. He's a 50% free throw shooter. Gaither hits his first one. His 9th point of tonight. He can get into double digits himself here if he hits a second. He does. That's 10 points tonight for Nadavion Gaither. The score is 22-43. Mount Healthy trails the Ross Rams. And the full court press gets to Sam Nunn. Fires the Fighting Owls bench up, and those Fighting Owls fight, will they? To make this a game here, they regain possession after some successful press there. And that's going to prompt Coach David Lane to call a timeout for his Ross Rams.
3 full timeouts for the Rams, 2 full to 30 for the Owls.
Coach Lane, he had talked earlier, he said he only had the opportunity to play 2 games so far, but he is very happy with his team's performance. With that being said, though, he said that they still have plenty of work to do, plenty of opportunities to get better. Quote, all in all, I love my guys and they work extremely hard. I think this could be a special group, unquote. And I think I'd have to agree with him there. There's been a lot of talk about this Rams offense, who lost both of these meetings last year with the Mount Healthy Owls. Been kind of little brother to the 2-time defending SWAC champions. The Division II Ross Rams, though, a lot of experience on this team and a lot of shooters. Could be a nice season ahead for the Ross Rams. So now it's the Owls out of the timeout. Long 2 here from Frierson. And now the Owls are cooking. Coach Carmichael very happy. First points of the night for Frierson. 24-43, the Owls trail. Almost a travel there and then sent to the other corner. Now down underneath, it's the panic. Lays it up and in. Owls trying to move quickly now. Adams can't get it to fall, rims out. Nunn trying to send it into the corner, almost intercepted by McCauley. Nunn was looking either there, but you see McCauley running into that Rams bench over there. He almost had the steal, but it'll stay here with the Rams. Nunn on the inbound. Tries to get it to Stepanek, but a nice play there by Jaron Kelly. Here go the Owls in transition and can't get the bucket to go, but going to the line is Nadavion Gaither once more. You see on your replay here. After the steal given to Gaither. Good job to slow it down, get inside, draw the foul. Almost got it to fall into the bucket. Not getting a lot of help from that home rim tonight are the Owls. Gaither hits another free throw. We'll see some substitutions for the Ross Rams now. Coming out is Shuttlecotty. Coming back in, Nathan Polk. Gaither off the back of the rim goes his second free throw. Owls would try to quickly press again, but good job by the Rams to get it across. Wide open in the corner, elected not to take the 3 was Booker. Now over to Nunn. Nunn working it back up top. Polk. Polk stopped now up top. Some good defense from the Fighting Owls here. Double teamed is Nunn. Nunn loses the ball, and they'll say it went off the foot of Frierson. Sam Nunn going to come near sideline to take the inbound. Nunn finds Bose up near midcourt. Bose with the ball. Bose looks to the corner. Shot from Booker off the rim. Rebound brought down by McCauley. McCauley's going to try and go quickly. He falls to the court. No call. And the Rams almost worked a little too quickly in transition there until they get it to Booker, who lays it off the glass to extend the lead 47-25 as there's 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Fade away 2. Nice jumper there from Nook McCauley. 19.5 points per game, is second in the SWAC. That's only his 4th point tonight, though, and some slam action from Stepanek. Now a 3-ball rims out for the Owls. Some great offensive rebounding there. Can't get it to fall in for a second chance, though. And now Nunn trying to work quickly to Bose. Bose nearly lost it on the baseline for the Rams. Stepanek to Nunn. Nunn is fouled on his way to the rim, and he'll be going to the line. Quite a crazy sequence of events there, as we saw a good bucket on one end, and then you'll see here the pass in, Stepanek jumping off the bed to get that rim. Then you'll see the foul here is caught a couple guys sleeping. The Owls had to drive in to get some quick defense. Nunn hits his first free throw. Nunn's second from the line is good. I think we had some, that was an errant horn. Thought we were going to see some late substitutions there. Owls for a 3 in the corner. Gets nothing but air, but the offensive rebound and the 1 for Jahair Frierson. Frierson there to back his Owls up, get the offensive board, lay it up and in, as you see on your replay here. Chance for a much needed 3-point play for Mount Healthy.
At the line to complete the 3-point play for the Owls, number 4, Jahair Frierson.
That's 2 fouls on CJ Bose now. And the 3-point play converted for Jahair Frierson. Frierson, those are his 4th and 5th points of the night. Nathan Polk at the top for the Rams. He gives it to Bose. Bose will come back out to Nunn. Nunn fakes. Went for the 3, and then it was laid in. Great job by Nathan Polk to lay that one back in and get the offensive rebound and score for the Rams. Thought about pulling up for the shot, but the pass from McCauley to Frierson goes out the baseline. And another turnover for the Owls. Coach Carmichael not happy with that possession there. So we're under 30 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Bose double teamed, almost got trapped. Now it's Nunn wide open in the lane. Sent it back over to Polk until it was poked away by Adams. Adams then sends it over to Frierson, who will give it right back. 10 seconds left to play. Kelly to McCauley. Elijah Adams to Kelly. Kelly fade away. And offensive rebound right at the buzzer for Elijah Adams. He gets his first points of the night. And it brings the deficit a little closer, but it's still 32 Owls, 53 Rams. We'll keep it right here on ICRC-TV. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Josh Semstrott in the booth with you. Dean Lowry, our producer-director, in the truck, and another great ICRC crew bringing you the game that you can watch on our cable channels all throughout the week. If you want to watch it again tonight or this weekend, find it on those Spectrum and Cincinnati Bell channels. And hey, if you want to join this crew, this wonderful crew that I have behind me and out in the truck, you can sign up. ICRCTV.com. Full list, well, not a full list right now as we wind down this 2020 year. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays from ICRC-TV. We've enjoyed you guys sticking around for all the live streams that we've brought you this year as we all collectively as a human race try and get through this trying year. So 4th quarter now. The Ross Rams lead 53-32 over your Mount Healthy Fighting Owls. Nook McCauley gonna inbound near sideline here. We'll see what the Owls can't work this down to. Ross Rams has been very efficient tonight in slowing down the cycling quick cycling ball movement for the Owls, as there's one off the glass and in for Adams. Rams now going quickly. Pace of this game is really notched up here at the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter. Nunn a little soft too. He gets his own board and puts it back in. His 18th points of the night. It's Adams. Lost the ball for a minute. Back up top now with Kelly. McCauley. McCauley looked to drive. He sends it back in. Foul's called.
Foul's called.
They're going to get a hand to the wrist there on the Rams.
Foul's called on the Rams number 34.
Only their fourth foul. Been a pretty clean half. Each team only with 4 fouls. As we're about 7 minutes left to play in the game. Jumper there from Gaither won't hit. Two guys are going to press Nunn. Nunn's going to get some help from Booker. Booker quickly to Shuttlecotty, then to Bose in the corner, and that'll go off the side of the glass. It's a nice offensive rebound though from Shuttlecotty. He'll give it back to Nunn, right underneath to Bose. Bose off the board and in. 57-34. Rams lead now as the ball's back up top with Jerron Kelly. Thought about the three, did Adams, sends it back to Gaither. Now a three for the Owls off the back of the rim and rebounded by Stepanek for the Rams. Nunn brings the ball across the court, drove into the lane. Rams tried to create some ball movement there, but end up putting it on the floor and turning it over. And a timeout will be called. That's a full timeout for Coach David Lane. Coming off a win, big win that is, over Wilmington, 62-31. Their 2-0 start for the Rams has a plus 26 point differential as they defeated Taylor as well, a big 83-51 whomping. And the Owls are trying not to make this one a whomping either. Scored 55 points in each of their first 2 games. I think it'll be a struggle to get there tonight as the Rams have really shut their defense down. That was a goal of Coach Lane's tonight, was to limit our turnovers and put a lot of pressure on the ball and not let the Owls work it around. As you see Coach Carmichael talking to his Owls now. They just came off a win against Withrow. And folks, these young gentlemen have to turn around and do it all again tomorrow. The Owls hosting Winton Woods in only a span of about 24 hours. That is a lot of basketball to play, especially to begin conference play. Of course, tomorrow's game will be non-conference, but tonight, Swakshan getting underway as the Ross Rams visit the 2-time defending champions Mount Healthy Owls, but Owls have lost a lot of their core from those 2 championship teams as Nunn tried to dribble baseline and lay it in. Called for the foul is Sue Adams. Adams now in. And yeah, that will be Sue Adams' 5th foul, so he'll come out of the game now.
5 fouls for number 11, Iosio Adams. In the game for the Owls, number 12, Marquez Jones.
Our house announcer announced Marquez Jones will be taking the place of Iosio Adams. Sam Nunn once again at the line for the Rams. Nunn missed his first, gets some help there to put his second free throw away. Extend the lead to 58-34. Long 2 up top from Kelly, misses. Ross Rams will take it the other way now. It's Bose with the ball. Bose Dribbling up top, spin move into the corner. Thought about the long three. Did Booker. He'll give it to Nunn. Nunn hands it back to Booker. Booker driving, and ball was tipped away, and that's Marquez Jones who gets the steal. He throws a pass over the field there to McCauley. There's almost a little quarterback shuffle over to McCauley, who laid it in. Nunn, dribble drive, pass over to Panic, and he gets the 1-2 as I think they're going to get Jaron Kelly for the foul there. Let's see on the replay. Coach Carmichael not happy with that call. And they're calling Marquez Jones. Soft contact there, I think, but his feet were moving. Stepanek hits the end one. 61 points now for the Rams. We're about 5 minutes left to play. That's Stepanek's 15th points of the evening. Gator into the corner to Cannon. Cannon now back up top to McCauley, who drains a long three. McCauley finally gets a three-pointer tonight, and a long one at that. Great ball movement there from the Rams. Nearly saved it from going out of bounds, did Bose. Now it's McCauley the other way, behind the back, and almost a really sweet play. Gator couldn't get the layup to go. Gator quick to get back now. It's going to be a wide open three on the other end, and drained. Booker has been on fire from the perimeter tonight for the Rams. That is his 4th from beyond the arc. Some scrappy action going for the ball near sideline. Ball will stay with the Owls, though. Inbound, and then the drive off the glass and nowhere from Gaither. Owls going to try and press, but quick work from the Rams. The pass underneath the basket was dropped, and I think we got a knee or foot to the face there as we saw the quick drive here from Booker. Tried to give it over to Richie Jackson, and some, conked knees there. Never a good feeling. That's CJ Bose, excuse me, that's laying underneath injured for us. Bose key to, not sure Mount Healthy will try and foul here at all, but Bose definitely someone they want to have into the game at the end here. He's 100% from the free throw line. Good to see him up though. Gets a couple of cheers from the bench. We are no spectators tonight here at Mount Healthy High School. (64-39) is your score. Ross leads Mount Healthy. We're under 4 minutes left to play as we open Southwest Ohio Conference action tonight. Rams looking to extend their great start to the season to 3-0. Owls trying to get to 40 points right now. Rams continue to put on a show with their quick and flashy offense. A long two from Booker here. Misses off the side of the rim and will go out of bounds. It'll be an inbound off the baseline for your Fighting Owls now. Owls got to turn around and do it again tomorrow when they face Mount Healthy. The Rams get a good week off. They'll take on Northwest as a good three there. That's Marquez Jones with the big three-pointer for the Owls there. Yeah, Ross will have a whole week off. They'll take on Northwest at home next Friday night. Big stuff there from William Cannon. Rams keep possession though and send it into the corner. Jimmy Booker with another three-pointer for the Rams, his 5th three-pointer this evening. $25 points for Jimmy Booker tonight, folks. He's got the ball now. Dribble drive, puts it in off the glass, make that 27 points. Ball was almost stolen by McCauley. Nearly crashed into my booth here. I tell you folks, this Ross Rams, they get a steal there from Shuttlecotty, and then another three, this time from Sam Nunn. And these guys just want to shoot tonight. I'm telling you folks, it was said that the Ross Rams were going to have a very difficult offense to deal with this year. But that offense is as advertised, as Coach Lane will make wholesale substitutions and take most of those starters out. Tyler Hood now in. Johnny O'Connell now in. Nathan Polk now in. Ty Anderson also in. Tyler Hood is the final substitution. All new 5 guys for the Ross Rams, as we see a bucket there for the Owls. Kellen Reed now. Over to Polk. Polk dribble drive off the glass, but he's fouled. Foul's going to be called. I believe that got Javier Etheridge there. William Cannon, excuse me. They called William Cannon for the slap on the wrist there. That'll send Nathan Polk to the line. Polk, a 75% free throw shooter on the year. Bangs his first one home for the 70th point of the evening for the Ross Rams. Their high this year, 83 against Taylor in their opening game. His second one misses and is rebounded by Aries Lamb. Lamb gives it to Etheridge. Etheridge over to Gaither. Up top to Lamb. Back to Gaither up top now. Gaither stands with it, gives it to Marquez Jones. 1:30 left to play. Now it's to Etheridge. Back to Gaither. Gaither back to Etheridge. And throws it away. Passing to Aries Lamb. Lamb took off right before the pass, though.
Number 11, Richie Jackson.
And I'm sure I don't have to remind Owls fans that this is a relatively new group. After 2 SWAC championship seasons, Colin Tolbert, 2019 SWAC Athlete of the Year, graduated last year along with 6 other seniors. So a lot of different pieces for Coach Carmichael to work with here, as we see a long 3 from Ty Anderson that misses, and a foul is going to be called.
Foul's called on the Rams, number 3, Tyler Hood, his first. Team fifth.
Hood called for the foul on the rebound. A minute left to play. We'll see what the Owls elect to do here as Etheridge brings it up the court. And Etheridge's pass almost lost out of bounds by Gaither. Gaither sends it back in, and it's still a turnover for the Rams, or for the Owls, excuse me. Rams, some great ball work to get it underneath to Johnny O'Connell. O'Connell gets a bucket at the end of the game. 30 seconds left to play now. Gaither to Etheridge. Back underneath to Jones. Jones, the reverse layup almost goes in, rolls around the rim though. Ross gonna go quickly now. And they'll slow it down up top as we've got about 15 seconds left to play. Richie Jackson gonna dribble out those final seconds. Ross faithful and the JV team behind me starting to cheer. And that is going to do it. 72-44 is your score. The Ross Rams defeat Mount Healthy Fighting Owls off of some big efforts from Sam Nunn and Jimmy Booker, who just led the charge for this prolific Rams offense that is going to be a force to reckon with in the SWAC this year. And they'll get the rematch with the Owls later on this season. This is the first night of SWAC play, so plenty more to come as we turn the page from 2020 to 2021. You see Sam Nunn on your screen there. You're seeing plenty more from him as he has hit a multitude of threes tonight. 2 threes for him, and then 5 3-point shots from Jimmy Booker. So again, your score, final score, 72-44. Fighting Owls lose to the Ross Rams. We want to thank you for joining us on ICRC Television tonight. For Dean Lowry and all of our wonderful crew, I'm Josh Semstrad. Good night, folks.